Alright, so I decided to plug the mic in. Not sure if it's working. I wasn't going to do commentary this time, mainly because I don't have a headset plug-in for this monitor. I'm using a different monitor now, and it doesn't have a headphone jack, so I have to get an SPDIF, or whatever the heck it is, to a headphone jack converter. So I have the speakers going. Hopefully they're not destroying the audio coming from the mic. I have the speakers on the monitor down pretty low. So normally I'd be using headphones, but unfortunately with the monitor I just switched to, that's not possible, and I can't plug them into the controller because I'm using a custom force feedback wheel setup, so that won't work. Just kind of jumped into this last minute. This is the version 1.06 update. As you can see, I have the cockpit adjusted. Maybe you can see that, to where it works well for my TV setup and where my steering wheel is. Still may make some more adjustments with it, but it's not bad now. Can't see behind me, but that's okay. It looks like I'm sitting in 4th place. I'm in the McLaren, what is this? The McLaren 650, I want to say, GT3 car. Oh, I'm coming in hot. Oh, good thing I didn't hit him. I did not hit him. He went off the track, but I did not tap him. But yeah, like I said, I switched monitors. I should say switched TVs, because that's what I'm using. The last TV I was using was a 32-inch, and it was just a 760, or 1360 by 768 resolution. Not great at all. This one is 39-inch, and it's, you know, a regular 1080 TV, so much better picture. And I was able to get it for free, so you can't complain with that. It actually was not working when I got it. It just needed a factory reset. But enough about that. Let's talk about the game. So far, since the update, the physics and force feedback feel very good. Feels like there's a bit more detail in the force feedback when it comes to weight transfer. There was always lots of detail with the road bumps. And to be honest, there was always lots of detail with weight transfer as well, but it seems like weight transfer and counter steering, like the way the weight of the car will cause the steering wheel to turn in one direction or the other as the front tires slide across the pavement or have pressure on them, you know, from the weight coming around a corner. Looks like this guy's losing it here. I might be able to get ahead of him. I'm not quite sure how I got up into this position, but... Oh, sorry dude, didn't mean to bump you. And I went off track, and I can't see who's coming up behind me. Alright, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Alright, gotta get a little bit used to this driving position. I feel bad that I bumped that Nissan, but luckily it didn't cost him nothing. He's still ahead. Ooh, I got an FT1 on my tail. That's a quick car. And this car is not geared so great for the top end, so we'll see what happens. It doesn't have a whole lot of power through the high gears. At least not as much as some of the other cars. As you can see, this guy's pulling on me. Alright, now you had no reason to bump me to the outside there, so when I catch up with you, I'll give you that bump right back, maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I'll be nice, because you just went off the track and I feel bad. Alright, nobody real close behind me. Oh no, and number 2 went off the track. behind. Alright, that was uncalled for, dude. Totally uncalled for. That was just dirty. Who was that? That was Narc there, NRK, or whatever his name is. You got me stuck behind all these people now. This idiot can't even stay on the road. Man, this force feedback feels intense. It feels very, very good. Again, this game always felt good, but it just, each update gets a little bit more refined, a little more fine-tuned and detailed. I hope I catch up with that number 3 car there, because I am mad at him for pit maneuvering me like that. He is a complete dirty driver, as is this guy here in Mercedes. Oh, that's what you get, dude. Peace. Now I don't even care if I get passed by one of the Benzes. I'm just glad I got around that leasing. Doman, that's his name. It always could have been an NRK guy who hit me, but... Looks like this guy's trying to make his way around. That's fine, we can do that. Alright, so now let's see here. Alright, yeah, so it was a street car named that pit maneuvered me there in that GTR coming around the first carousel. And like I said, hopefully the audio is actually working, because I have no headset on right now. I have the sound coming out of my TV, which will be being picked up by the microphone. So hopefully it doesn't sound too bad, but I think with the volume level it's at, it should be okay. Didn't quite hit my daily workout goal yet. And let's see, I could keep the same car, or I could switch to this car. This is a pretty fun car. This is a good car as well. Let's see here. Why not switch to this, see how this does. I can always go back to the McLaren for the last race. And I want to turn that fan down. It is hot tonight here in Connecticut, so just got a fan going a little bit. Welcome to whoever's just joined here. Alright, we've got about 5 minutes of testing. Let's get out on the track. Oh, you know what? Let's do this first. I didn't check what my transmission settings were. Okay, that should work. Let's do that. Yeah, that'll do. And let's just check the other settings really quick. 566, okay. Okay, on there. Yeah, let's give it a try, see how it does. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty squirrely car. Alright. Let's adjust the seating position just a bit. I don't like that. Let's bring it down a bit. Right about there. And back a bit, right about there, maybe up once more, just a little bit. I think that'll work. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. I try and get it lined up nice with the steering wheel and everything so that what I'm looking at from my position with the steering wheel that I'm having hand in front of me all lines up well. I have the monitor down in front of the direct drive motor, so it's right on the other side of it. So basically the direct drive motor axle lines right up with the axle of the car on screen. Not the axle, but the steering shaft of the car in game lines up with the actual steering shaft to my force feedback wheel, so that's nice. Now, if it starts sounding like reverb or not sounding right, like you're hearing the speakers from the TV come through the microphone, let me know. But as long as you're not hearing any feedback or anything, you can hear, you know, the game sound and me talking, then it should be fine. But yeah, this 1.06 update is pretty awesome. I love having the option to adjust the cockpit view. That's something I've been saying throughout the beta test that I hoped they would do. This is going to help exponentially for certain cars. You don't have quite as much adjustment as I would like. Like in the last car I was driving, in the neutral position, you couldn't see the mirrors, and even when I went all the way back, still couldn't see the mirrors. But just being able to make the adjustments is really nice. And the other thing I would like to see is to be able to turn off the camera movement, because when you're doing what I do and using having your TV lined up with your steering wheel, you don't want the camera to move. You want it to be lined up all the time. So you basically want the camera to be locked with the dashboard. If the, you know, scenery moves, that's okay to simulate the car tilting and whatnot. But as long as there isn't like shake and motion where the camera kind of trails the car as it does now. Which, don't get me wrong, it's fine, it doesn't bother me, but for a purist experience, you want the in-game steering wheel or steering shaft lined up with your in-hand game controller steering shaft on your force feedback wheel to line up perfectly and stay that way. At least that's how I like it. Can't quite tell if I'm faster in this car or not. No, this isn't VR. This is just with a regular 1080 LED monitor. But it's the way I have it set up is it's set up in line with my steering wheel, so everything lines up in game. So basically, I have the monitor right close to the steering wheel in such a way that it lines up with the steering wheel in my hand. while I'm playing, just to kind of make it look as realistic as possible, I guess. No, I don't have a PlayStation Pro or a PSVR. I would like to play this game on a PS Pro in VR or on a 4K TV. I bet it would be incredible. Even just 1080p looks so good in this game. The graphics are just really amazing for what they're doing on a console. Considering, you know, these graphics compete pretty darn well with the games I play on the PC side, on my gaming PC. Of course, you know, the aliasing isn't quite as sharp as, you know, you would get with a PC game maxed out, but it's very, very close and very good. Alright, looks like they're matching us up now. Won't be long. Let me just adjust my pop filter here if I can. That like that. That looks like it will work to me. Alright, looks like I'll be starting in 8th place this time. Back a bit further from where I started last time. We'll have to see how I hold up. Any other 4Cs? I'm in the only Alfa Romeo 4C. Of course, we got lots of 650S. Actually, only one 650S GT3. We got the GTR Nismo, of course, 458 Italia, Mustang, VTEL Vantage, that's another popular car. RS01s, those are popular. 458 Italias. We got the AMG GT GT3, another popular one, and the M6 GT3. So, should be a good race for sure. Should be a good race for sure. Ooh, just got a nice cool breeze from outside. That guy just spun out right out of the pits. That was funny. Right into the wall. Terabiter. I tell you, this Alfa Romeo I'm driving, it may not be the fastest car, but boy oh boy, this is a fun car to drive. Just the way it gets loose a little bit, or a lot of it, and just the quick responsive steering. It's not the easiest car to keep on the track, and it's not the fastest car. In fact, I probably won't do as well this race as I did last race, but boy is it a fun car to drive. Definitely one of my favorites so far in the GT3 class. Alright, we got a Mustang here. Which way am I going around him? Inside, inside. Snuck right by him there. Alright, so maybe I didn't do the best with my gearing. Could use a little bit more 6th gear. Don't bump me, bro hands. We only got 13 seconds left. Man, this car too, the force feedback is just incredible. I'm using a direct drive wheel working through Gimmick software on the PS4, but Fanatec just announced their direct drive wheel will be coming out in 2017. So sometime around September, I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure that's when they said Fanatec will be coming out with their direct drive wheel, so that is super, super exciting. I can't wait to play games like Grand Theft Auto and other PS4 games with an officially supported direct drive wheel. I really want to compare it to the direct drive wheel I'm using now. Oh, we got rolling starts too, which is cool. I really want to compare it to the direct drive wheel I'm using now, which of course is working through a third-party mod, through, you know, Gimmick software, and it's incredible. I mean, it delivers the force feedback very well, but I'm just really interested to see the Fanatec direct drive when it does come out. I think it's going to be incredible. Alright, getting passed on the grass here by this. Alright, that was completely unnecessary. That was so wrong. Guy pushed me all the way off into the thing. into the grass, and then the game cuts me back to the beginning of the corner because somebody knocked me off track. I'd love to know who that was that did that, but I did not see who it was. That's okay. I'll just fight my way up through the positions, as many positions as I can. We got these two idiots getting into it in here. Come on, guys. You really got to be this dirty? Just race clean. Just be competitive. Don't try and slam into each other. There's no fun in that. No skill in that either. The people who slam other people off the track just for fun, like, oh, let's see if I can spin this guy out, are the guys with no skill. I'll knock people off track sometimes, but only as karma. If somebody bumps me, knocks me off the track, or keeps trying to bump me or do something dirty, and I have a chance to get them back, I absolutely will. Oh, sorry Beamer, didn't mean to bump you there. Going a bit slow for my liking. Should have been able to get around him, but he was swerving so much. That's another thing people do in this game, is they'll just swerve all over the road, and it's like, okay, well, how are you supposed to make a pass cleanly when you're just swerving all over the track like that? And I definitely have my speed set way too slow, my top speed, because I'm maxing it out on a couple of spots throughout the track here, and that's not good. Alright, now let's see if I can make a clean class on Biohawks here. In this BMW. Oh, buddy. Getting squirrely. Oh, man, did you look at that? How many people did I just pass? I don't know, a lot. I got up into 6th place. Not bad, not bad. I'm happy with that so far. Everybody lost it there. That was just like a conundrum. Alright, focus, Seth. I've got a V12 Vantage on my tail. That's a fast car. It's a car actually that I used to do a lot of races in. I'm in the GT3 class. Don't hit me, dude. Don't hit me. Thank you. That was very clean. You see that? He didn't hit me. I spun out. He slowed down. He could have taken that opportunity to knock me right off the track, but he didn't. That's pretty cool. That's the kind of driver I like to be around in this game, or any sim racing game. Oh, I'm getting a little flippin' wild here. Alright. Regain control, can breathe just a little bit here. I might get passed out by that Vantage. Oh. Maybe not, because if he can get me on a straight section, or a high-speed section, that Vantage is probably going to overtake me. But it looks like I got a pretty decent gap on him right now, so we'll see if I can keep it that way, maybe, but high-speed sections are where this car is gonna show weakness, because I do not have it geared properly. See, here he comes. He's going to get around me. Whoa, that time he made contact. That was a little rude. That's for sure. That was like the worst time he could have bumped me too. Right on a high-speed left-hander like that. Knocked me right to the outside. It definitely needs some gearing adjustment. The gearing needs to be taller in this car. No, it's not the Hyundai concept car. I'm in the 4C, the Alfa Romeo 4C, which is a great car. And they're making some, gaining some distance on me. Looks like I'm in 6th place. Man, I gotta say though, every update this game outdoes itself. I haven't looked at all the differences between this update, but I know we now can adjust the cockpit position, which is awesome. It feels like the force feedback is a bit more refined, a little more detail, like they're getting it more fine-tuned, in other words. It doesn't feel overall hugely different, but you can definitely feel that it's more on point. Particularly with like the weight and tire grip. Not so much bumps and curbs and vibrations, because that was always amazing from the beginning. But like right there when I fishtailed, you know, the way that you can feel the steering wheel kick back and forth as the car fishtails and the weight of the car shifts, seems like it has improved. Alright, so it's not looking likely that I'm going to catch up and get anything better than this 6th place position I'm in. I mean, I could get lucky, but I don't think so, because even that Vantage is way ahead, let alone the Nissan GT-R in front of him. So unless somebody makes a mistake up there, goes off track, it doesn't look like I'll be gaining any more positions. My goal will mainly from here on out be to maintain my position through the long straightaway, and it looks like I got another V12 Vantage coming up behind me. I can't quite tell yet. And if that's the case, I might be in trouble on the big straightaway at the end here. But it looks like I'm a good distance ahead now, so I should be able to hold on to it, theoretically. Definitely do with some taller gearing, so I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust the gearing on this car a little bit, just a little bit. Because I am just maxing out right here at 266 kilometers per hour. Slow. Another thing with this update, you can turn off that brake indicator that you see flashing right there. I'm supposed to be able to turn that off, so I think I'm gonna do that before the next race. And that's that. 6th place. Not terrible. I should get my daily workout goal here, so we'll see what car I get. Yep, there's the daily workout goal. Let's see what car it is. You'll be able to see that in just a minute. Oh, I already have this car. I'm pretty sure I already have this. I'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure I already have the M3, the GT3 Mustang. Let's see. Do I have 2 of them now? There's one. Yep, I got 2 of them now. So they gave me a duplicate car again. That happens quite often. Alright, what car do I want to use? I could go with the McLaren. I could go with the 4C again. I do like that car. Could go with the R8, but I don't think that was the best car for the ring. Not quite sure how this one will do. Let's see. I do have the Hyundai Genesis. I don't think I have a concept car though. So let's go with this once again. Why not? And I'll just adjust the gearing a bit. got about 5 minutes or so to practice before we go into the next race. Alright, so car settings. Really quick, make some adjustments here. I could adjust the final gear further, but I think I'm going to go... Yeah, why not? Let's see how that does. I'll just go with an even 280 and give it a try. And let's see if I can turn that brake thing off. Brake indicator on, off. It was still showing, so... Alright, let's see if it's on now. That brake indicator is annoying. I don't like that. Alright. Let's see if it still comes on when I come into this corner. Don't see it so far. Alright, so it's not showing in practice, hopefully, or in qualifying. Hopefully it doesn't show in the race. Alright, so that's not bad. Gives me a bit more distance in second gear, which is nice, because I found during the last race I was shifting into second, downshifting into second through corners and realizing I had absolutely no RPM left. So, should get a tiny bit more with this overall adjustment of the setting for the transmission. About 3 minutes left. This car certainly does have some nice handling, that I will say. Man, my gearing might still be too low. I'll have to see. Like 6th gear anyways. Another thing I noticed with the 1.06 update is the braking is a bit different. I haven't been able to pinpoint if the braking power has changed. Now I'm in, when I say this I mean in the setting that I'm in, I believe I have the ABS on mild. I haven't tried the other settings yet to compare. But with the ABS on mild, I noticed that there's less ABS than there was pre-1.06 update. At least it seems that way, because it seems like the tires, you hear more of the tires skidding, like it's allowing the tires to skid a bit more than normal. And it does feel like I have very good stopping power though, which is nice. Nice amount of grip. The balance feels very good in this car. I can't stress enough how amazing the force feedback is, though. The force feedback is just, yeah, to me it's like one of the very best aspects of this game. Force feedback is something very important to me in racing games. I have a nice wheel and I want to be able to use that wheel to, you know, its fullest extent, to the best of its ability. And this game really does exploit every little detail that this steering wheel can produce. And like I said, I'm using a direct drive wheel with the gimmicks mod, you know, being made to work through third-party software. I cannot wait to try the new Fanatic wheel that Fanatic just announced that their direct drive wheel will be coming out sometime in 2017, so probably at the end of the year, and I cannot wait to try that and compare it to the direct drive that I have and just see overall how it does in game. Alright, so let's see how we're doing in the high speed here. Okay, not great. I'm not sure because I haven't looked at the specs, but I have a feeling this car's weakness might be power because it has trouble pulling through in the high-speed sections. And it looks like we're about to get matched up here. Alright, so I'll be in 6th place, it looks like this time. And we got, again, 650S's, GTRs, AMG GT3s, excuse me. We got a Lancer Evolution in there. M6s once again, and we got the Vet and a WRX, so good little mixture of cars. We got 3 Vets, it looks like, in this one. Let me do just one thing here. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good idea. This could come back to bite me. But I'm just going to drop this just a little bit. I'm only going to drop the rear a bit. Let's see what that does. See if I can get a little more top speed out of it at least. Just a wee bit. I don't like making adjustments right before I go into a race, even though it's just a little bit of downforce. I could find myself sliding off the track through all the high-speed corners just from a small adjustment, especially if my driving style is used to having the car right on the limit, but that's okay. I don't mind playing around a little bit and just seeing what happens. Ooh, man, I went right off the hitting the grass there. I can't believe I saved that. That was some quick foot action. Got about 30 seconds until we grid up. Still not happy with the gearing setting. I'm really not. But what are you gonna do? You know what? Do I have enough time here? I'm gonna just try this. Just a little bit more adjustment, just to see what happens. See who we got in this race. Any names that I recognize? Alright. Like I said, I'll be starting One Shot of Evil. I've raced with him before. Don't remember if he was clean or dirty. Let me see the rest of the names. And another rolling start. I'm not sure how I feel about these. I spent a lot of time getting my launch to be how I liked it, and, you know, learning how to get a good launch in this game. But rolling starts are a bit more realistic in many cases, so I'm all for realism. Ooh, cold tires, cold tire. I just got rear-ended and slammed into that Nissan. I hope he doesn't think that was me. Man, sliding me right off the track. Alright, that was that Jack something guy. Alright, so let's remember that, and then that guy too. BMW biohooks. Alright, so we gotta look out for that Jack guy and the Biohawks guy. Jack something was his name. I can definitely feel the difference in downforce in the corners. Now that was just completely ridiculous. Biohook started that, followed by I'm not sure who the next guy was. Guy in a BMW, and then the guy behind him went and carried on the spin out. That just makes me so mad. It's like, just race like a man. Don't be a little pussy and hit people and knock them off the track. Be a man. If you can't get around the person legitimately, don't go careening off into the grass just to spin someone out like a moron, like a complete fool who has no car control, and the only way that they can get ahead in the game is to knock faster people off the track. Oh, see that? Alright, there you are, Biohooks. I'm coming back after you. I hope you know that. Like, you're gonna get a taste of your own medicine. I'm not just gonna let you knock into me. If I catch up with you, I will be knocking you back. If I have an opportunity. Otherwise, if I have an opportunity to pass you, I'll just do that. Yeah, I can definitely feel the difference in downforce. I think I liked the extra downforce better. He knocked that guy out too. How freaking dirty is this guy? Now, I don't even care if I give up space. I just want to get this guy back now. And the brake indicator is back on. Now, I don't care that that lost me space. I'm glad I'm ahead of him. But it was worth it to knock that guy off the track. So worth it. The only people I'll be dirty with are people who are dirty to me. Or if I see them doing something really ridiculously dirty to somebody else, like he spun out that McLaren. Good, now he went off the track himself. See, because he can't drive. The people who drive dirty like that can't drive cleanly and come out ahead in a race. Their only option is to spin people out, because the only way they're faster than them is if the car is spinning out. So, ooh, don't want to rear end this vet here. Like, at this point, I'm actually satisfied to come in this position, knowing that I knocked him back a little bit. It just doesn't bother me. It was worth it giving up that time. You know he's mad about it. You know he's mad, like, oh, I knock all these people and spin them off the track, and then I get knocked off the track. What the heck? Here he comes. I know he's going to try and do something dirty to me, too. Ooh. Ha! That vet went solid right in front of him, and he hit him and got knocked way back. That was awesome. That was such karma. I've got a reflection of a dashboard or some carbon fiber right in the center of the windshield. A little bit distracting, but not too bad. These vets have some serious straight line and high-speed power. So I'm expecting the Corvette behind me to overtake me. And there goes the BMW spinning out again, because Biohawks can't drive. I almost want to send him a little message after this race. Be like, how'd that one work out for you, brah? Yeah? Was it a good race? You feel good about it inside? 'Cause I'm pretty sure I saw you failing to even remotely keep up with any of the cars unless you were spinning them out like a dirty person. I almost spun out right there. That vet was pushing me through the carousel. He had better traction through the carousel than I did. This car is so twitchy, it's tough to not spin out in the carousel. Alright, I don't see Biohawks anywhere, so he must be back a little ways. Like I said in the last race, though, while this car may not be the fastest, boy is it fun to drive. I mean, it is a lot of fun to drive. It's definitely become one of my favorite GT3 cars just to rip around the track with. Just because the force feedback, everything, the handling, it's just so much fun to drive, even if it's not the fastest. It's just fun. Fun factor like to 100 in this car. It's intense, you gotta be on top of it constantly. Good thing that guy was ghosting, man. He backed right into the track. Oh, this Vet's pulling away. Oh, I had to go in the dirt for that one. I don't know how I did that without spinning out. I am very surprised. I thought for sure I would have spun out there. Oh, I've got a carousel. The Vet's faster through the carousel than I am. Whew, little fishtail, but I caught it. Now let's hope that Vet doesn't have some really tall gearing and is going to pull away from me on the straight section here. Oh, come on, brake gas, go! Alright, I got a nice little gap. I feel comfortable with that. We're in 7th position. This is the last race of the night. Let's see what my speed does. I'm not going to be able to draft off this guy. He's too far ahead. Alright, we're at 271, solid uphill. The Corvette is gaining on me, 272. Come on, I think I got my gearing to 280 or 290. Come on, Seth. Don't lose it to this Vet. Hoo-wee. Not gonna happen. Oh, right. 7th place finish for the final race of the night in the Alfa Romeo 4C. Not too bad. I'm happy with that. Took out a dirty driver and still was able to pull up into 7th. I am happy with that. But that is the last race of the night. There are no more daily races. So, before I end this stream, I'm going to go jump through some of the menus, just to see if I notice any other in-game differences as far as menus and settings and whatnot go, just in the main menu. I already looked throughout the stream at the in-race settings, so let's just see the main menu settings here, see if they added anything. Okay, so we've got the garage. Let's go into options first. Nope, we still only got profile, so same settings. Yep. And don't think there's going to be anything new in the garage. Car settings I already know are the same. Yeah, so it looks like everything's just about the same. There weren't any new settings in here. Let's see where tomorrow... Alright, tomorrow's race is going to be at Nordshleife as well. Awesome. And yeah, no new settings or menu options in here. So yeah, that looks to be about it. Anyways, should be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to get out of work, get home, and get dinner and whatnot done in time to do some streaming. But if not, for sure the day after. So feel free to subscribe if you'd like. I try and stream Gran Turismo Sport races as often as I can. I was doing it just about every day until recently. I've been wicked busy, so this is the first time I've streamed in maybe a week or so, but should be more regular from here on out now that I kind of know what my schedule is. So yeah, hope to see you guys again in the future. Have a good one.